Have you ever, walked along the coast, felt that amazing sea breeze, and just wondered, are these incredibly tough plants growing right there, holding some kind of secret for us? What if one of them could actually be like a game changer for your skin? Well, today we're diving deep into exactly that kind of plant, Crithmum maritimum L. You probably know it better as sea fennel. And look, it's not just pretty to look at. It's got this history in folk remedies, and now, well, some really fascinating research is showing just how good it could be for your skin, cosmetically, therapeutically. So, our mission today, let's unpack the science and see if this coastal survivor could be your skin's next secret weapon.
Absolutely. And we're grounding this in some solid science. There's this great article from PMC. It's titled Exploiting the Crithmum Maritimum L. Aqueous Extracts and Essential Oil as Potential Preservatives. Quite a mouthful, but basically looking at its uses. We've gone through it carefully, the abstract, the discussion, the conclusion, pulling out the key bits specifically relevant to cosmetics and skincare. So we're going to walk you through what this research really means for, your daily routine.
Okay, let's get into it then. The first really incredible thing this research points out about sea fennel for your skin is its antioxidant power. But what does that actually mean for us? Like, how does that help our skin in a way we can notice?
Right, it's fundamental, really. Think of antioxidants as like your skin's personal security detail. Their job is to fight these things called free radicals. They're unstable molecules, kind of like tiny troublemakers, causing what we call oxidative damage. You know how an apple turns brown when you cut it? That's oxidation. On your skin, it's slower, maybe less obvious day to day, but it adds up, leads to wrinkles, dullness, all those signs of aging. Now, what's really cool here is that the water extracts of sea fennel, like infusions and decoctions, showed really significant free radical scavenging activity in lab tests, DPBH, ABTS assays, basically rigorous tests showing they are potent protectors. They neutralize those damaging free radicals.
So like an invisible shield at the cellular level? That's, wow, pretty impressive. Does the research actually say what gives sea fennel this superpower?
It does, yeah. The paper pinpoints a specific compound, chlorogenic acid. It's the main phenolic compound found in these extracts. Its molecular structure, with several hydroxyl groups and a carboxylate group, is basically tailor-made to neutralize free radicals. It's got the right chemical tools, if you will, to disarm them.
Okay, that's fascinating. It's great to see the science, but then realizing it actually translates into real, tangible stuff for our skin's health and how it looks, that protection we want.
Exactly. And the study gets specific. At the cellular level, chlorogenic acid was found to dial down the expression of things that regulate oxidative stress, so it calms that damaging process. And really importantly, for anyone concerned about aging, it protects against skin photoaging, that damage from UVA rays. How? Well, it inhibits collagen degradation. It stops your skin's support structure from breaking down. And at the same time, it actually enhances collagen synthesis, so it encourages your skin to make more. That directly helps maintain elasticity, firmness, reduces those visible signs of aging.
That really does sound like a game changer for anti-aging. Does the research compare it to other things, or maybe mention anything beyond just prevention?
It does touch on that, and this is where it gets even more interesting, I think. The discussion section mentions other studies, for instance, using chlorogenic acid nanoparticles. They showed potential in inhibiting skin cancer cell growth and restoring antioxidant levels within the cells. Even the regular free form of chlorogenic acid showed similar activity, just a bit less potent. So it suggests a really broad protective effect. It's not just about looking good, it's about deep cellular health, too.
Okay, and this is where it gets really compelling, right? How does sea fennel compare to the alternatives, especially the synthetic ones we often see? The study mentions BHA, butylated hydroxyanazole, says it's about 10 times more active in some tests, but
There's a catch, a significant catch, yeah. BHA, while effective as an antioxidant and preservative, has faced scrutiny. Some studies linked high doses to potential negative health effects, like carcinogenesis concerns. Plus, it's not perfectly stable. It can degrade under visible light if vitamin B2 is present, so its effectiveness can decrease in the actual product. Because of all this, there are strict regulations, daily intake limits. So the research really positions sea fennel with its natural chlorogenic acid as a potentially healthier, more environmentally sound, and even economic alternative, especially since it grows in tough conditions naturally. It's not just about what it does well, but also the potential downsides it doesn't have compared to some synthetics.
right. So sea fennel is a powerful defender for your skin and maybe a safer bet than some synthetics. But there's another angle, isn't there? Keeping the actual product safe. That whole issue of microbial contamination, most of us probably don't think about that.
No, but it's a huge deal for the industry. Think about it, lipsticks, mascaras, creams. They can become breeding grounds for bacteria. Things like Staphylococcus aureus, Bacillus cereus, even E. coli. If those get onto your skin, especially if it's broken or sensitive, you could end up with infections, conjunctivitis, impetigo, serious stuff. It's not just about the product going off, it's a real health risk.
Wow. I guess there must be pretty strict rules about that then.
Oh, absolutely, for good reason. The European regulations, for example, are very clear. No E. coli or related bacteria allowed in any cosmetic. And S. aureus is banned in kids' products and things used near the eyes or mucous membranes. It just underscores how vital, effective, safe preservation really is.
Okay, so bringing it back to sea fennel, where does it fit in with keeping products safe naturally? You mentioned its essential oil, the EO. That's like the key here for preservation.
Exactly. It's a very logical extension of its protective nature. The study showed sea fennel essential oil has clear antibacterial activity. And against a relevant range of bacteria too, E. coli, Staph aureus, Bacillus cereus, and even Lactobacillus plantarum, that's a pretty solid defense lineup for keeping a product stable and safe.
Was it particularly good against any of those?
Yeah, the results showed it was especially effective against Bacillus cereus and Lactobacillus plantarum, based on the lab tests like inhibition zones and MIC values. This antimicrobial punch comes mainly from specific components in the oil monoterpenic hydrocarbons, particularly gaterpene and sabin. They seem to be the heavy hitters. But interestingly, the whole essential oil was better at inhibiting Staph aureus than just the gaterpene component on its own, which suggests, synergy. The natural blend of compounds works better together than the isolated parts. The plant's whole toolkit is powerful.
Okay, just a quick clarification. You mentioned Lactobacillus plantarum. I thought that was sometimes considered a good bacteria, like for gut health or even sometimes skin.
That's a really sharp question. And yes, you're right, it highlights an important difference. Lactobacillus plantarum can be beneficial on the skin, helping the microbiome. But think about what's in a cosmetic cream. Fats, maybe sugars, nutrients, things Lactobacillus plantarum can feed on. So inside the product formulation, high levels of it can actually cause spoilage. Changes in texture, bad smells, breakdown of ingredients, it can ruin the product. So the essential oil's activity against it isn't about harming your skin's good bacteria, it's about preserving the product itself from spoilage organisms, making sure it stays safe and effective on the shelf.
Right, that makes perfect sense.
Wow.
So it seems sea fennel is like this incredibly versatile plant. Protecting our skin, preserving the products, it really does go beyond the basics.
It really does seem to. The research points to other potential dermocosmetic properties from essential oils like sea phenols, things beyond just antioxidant and antibacterial. Potential for further anti-aging support, maybe helping with sun protection, even skin lightening properties are mentioned. And they also noted possible benefits for hair nutrition, moisturizing. It's like this plant, adapted to harsh, drying coastal life, learned secrets about resilience and hydration that we can potentially harness.
And what about using it? Is it pleasant? Because that matters a lot in skincare, doesn't it?
Definitely. And the paper mentions its good sensory traits reported from traditional uses. That's a big plus. It means it's not just effective science-wise, but it could actually be nice to use in a cream or lotion that makes it much more appealing as a natural ingredient. So yeah, the overall conclusion from the research is pretty clear. Incorporating Crithmum maritimum sea fennel looks like a really compelling natural option. It's an alternative to some synthetics, and it adds multiple functions, antioxidant, antibacterial, a kind of holistic approach from one plant.
This has been really illuminating. Sea fennel truly sounds like a powerhouse, multifunctional ingredient for anyone thinking about their skincare. You've got the strong antioxidant protection against aging, against sun damage, then the essential oil working to keep the product itself safe naturally. It feels like it tackles skin health from so many angles. It's quite amazing, isn't it, that this plant thriving in such harsh places holds these benefits.
It is pretty amazing. And maybe, if we zoom out for a second, think about that resilience, its ability to just flourish where it's salty, windy, harsh. It kind of makes you wonder, doesn't it? What else can we learn from nature's toughest survivors? Especially for enhancing our own well-being, like through the products we choose for our skin every day. There's probably so much untapped wisdom there.
Definitely something powerful to think about next time you're looking at ingredients. Maybe it really is time to give the humble but clearly mighty sea fennel a closer look.